So look, that was just that top 25. We wanted to go into that, but look, we've had a segment that we've been doing and it's gotten some attention. People have enjoyed it. We enjoyed it, called Overreaction or Reality, where we sit here and throw out a couple teams and say, hey, is it an overreaction or is it the reality? Which one is the truth between the two? I'm going to start first in your conference. A lot of people have been talking about this team. A lot of people have been questioning this team because of their schedule. They made it to the CFP a year ago, and still they're getting questioned, even though their coach said, all I do is win. Just Google me. Indiana, the Hoosiers, a basketball school, some might say, is looking pretty damn good, if I don't say so myself. Destroyed Illinois this past weekend. And I think, hey, is this an overreaction or reality? Indiana is the truth.
I struggle with this one because, mind you, their Old Dominion game looks a bit better now because they've been beating some other Power 4 teams. But then Kennesaw State, Indiana State. Honestly, there's very many shades of this Indiana team that remind me of the 2023 Michigan team, where it's no matter who's in front of them, they're just handling business. Like, they went, mind you, they're different rankings now, but both of these teams are still in the top 25. Indiana went and dismantled Illinois. Illinois could do nothing. And Indiana could do everything they wanted to. Like, when you put 63 points upon another top 25 team, that is insane.
Yeah.
That does not happen very often. I will say I want to see them a couple more weeks here because they play Iowa this week. Then they're on the bye. Then they go to Autzen. They go and play Oregon. So I'll say it's a little bit of an overreaction for now, but we're close to that being the reality.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I hate to continue saying this with Indiana, but it's always like, keep showing me. Like, this is not a school that's a perennial football powerhouse. Obviously, we know if any of you guys are basketball fans or college basketball fans, they're synonymous with basketball, with Hoosiers and all that stuff, Bobby Knight and that type. So seeing them have success in football is crazy. But then once you see all the talent they got, once you see the coach, Coach Signetti, and how he's been able to build up programs, it kind of leads you to that spot where you're like, maybe they are the truth. But anytime you put up that much, like to your point, on a ranked team, and not only ranked team, but a conference opponent, like
they ran for over 300 yards again.
Yeah,
that's
we got to keep
games
our eyes
in a row.
Open. See, India, definitely have to keep our eyes open. Indiana, I'm leaning more towards reality. But again, there's still a part of me that always is going to say, keep doing it. I need to see it all the way through.
If they go to Kinnick this weekend to Iowa and do the same damn thing to them, you go into their barn and do that to them because, mind you, Illinois came to them. That was a home game. You start going on the road and doing this to conference opponents, you're the truth then. We're very close to that being the reality, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, let us know what you think about Indiana. But moving on, there was another move that was made. We talked about this coach being on the hot seat. He survived the week where, who was it? Brent Pry and
Deshaun Foster.
And Deshaun Foster. I didn't want to say his name because I was still trying to root for him. But Deshaun Foster, both those guys got fired, and we thought this guy was right there along those lines. Mike Gundy gets fired after a long tenure at Oklahoma State. And Alex, I'm going to say this, overreaction to reality. Oklahoma State saved their season by firing Mike Gundy.
Big overreaction. Gundy's a Hall of Fame coach. The guy, mind you, it was time for them to move on. I wholeheartedly believe that. But it's not like you're getting a new team overnight. Like there's still a lack of talent at Oklahoma State. They cannot put a team on the field that's going to go toe to toe with a lot of teams in the Big 12 this year. What this does is this gives them a chance to go find a potential head coach, and then get them fast tracked on recruiting, because they got to build this roster up. It's an overreaction that it's boom, we're fixed now. They've got a lot of work to do.
Right. And I think he got scapegoated, as tends to happen to coaches. But to your point, we're how many years removed from him being in the Big 12 championship? How many years removed?
4 years,
How many years removed from Ollie Gordon being a Heisman candidate? Before
2 years,
those last couple seasons, last couple games or whatever. So he has talent. He has been able to take this team and dominate for several years. And, we all talked about it after the Oregon game, where they just got shellacked, something like 69-3, and just that embarrassment. I mean, you really can't come back from that. We kind of saw this coming. But to your point, this is definitely an overreaction, because you are not going to be able to overnight replace this. And not only that, but he built whatever culture, whatever he had in-house, you're going to have to get somebody else to either say, I'm doing the same thing, or you're making it your own. And it's going to take time, and the Big 12 is not going to wait for you. And it's going to be interesting this season, but let's hope that Mike Gundy and Barry Sanders' alma mater can turn things around. It's going to be, I don't know. But here's one more that I wanted to do, and a lot of people have been coming after this team, coming after this quarterback and head coach. Are they really that good? Are they back? How do you feel? X, Y, and Z. They gave the defending national champs everything they can handle, and ended up only losing by a touchdown. I think we have to say it. Overreaction to reality. Texas, although they only have that one loss, is the most overrated team in the top 10.
This is a major overreaction. This is a quarterback that seems to have found his step here, finally, as a first-time starter. I know he started the game or two the season before. This is his first time as a full-time starter. It seems like he's finally settled in. Took a few weeks, but it seems like we're there. This defense is still playing at a top 5 level. Texas is fine.
Mm-hmm.
We need to settle down. Like we said, we're getting into conference play. Now they're going to show who they are. I think, like I've been saying the whole show here, there's not really a gap. So Texas is, like we said, they went toe-to-toe with Ohio State, with Arch Manning playing brutal. He was not good. And it was bad quarterback play, bad game plan, their offense was bad across the board. It was terrible.
Yeah.
They've kind of started to figure that out. I think if you play it again and on a neutral site, it's a different result. That's my opinion on that. But there's so many question marks throughout the top 10. Georgia went toe-to-toe with the 15th ranked team, but couldn't put away an FCS team. LSU, Penn State, what are they really? Because neither of them have had that great matchup. Oregon is right in there with that. They haven't had that great matchup. They've played South Dakota State, Montana State, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They've played Oklahoma State, Oregon State,
Northwestern.
and Northwestern.
Right.
So they haven't had anybody either. There's only a handful of teams in there that actually have something good on their resume and nothing really that bad. Florida State doesn't have anything bad on their resume, has that big win. A&M doesn't really have anything bad on their resume, has that big win. Oklahoma doesn't have anything bad on their resume, has the win over Michigan. Miami, great resume. Ohio State, not a great resume, but they've taken out Texas. So, but there's just so many question marks that to say Texas just outright the most overrated team, I think is a massive overreaction.
I can dig it. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, regardless of you can't pick who you put in front of you. And we have talked about it. We have talked about it extensively, the struggles maybe early on and how, they're taking a little bit to get to it. But once the offense gets flowing, they've been able to take care of business. And these other teams still play. UTEP, Sam Houston State, maybe not, but San Jose State, these are teams that in their conference, they put up a fight. So to show that they're not backing down, this is not necessarily a surprise. I think we just expect Texas to be so dominant because of all the studs on defense, because of Arch and the wide receivers and the coach and all that type of stuff. But these guys are still playing football. And that's something that I think, we got to give Texas their credit, because I look more at, like you said, more at that Ohio State game. All of that stuff, all of the hoopla, them unveiling the national championship, Lee Corso picking his last game and picking OU, like everything that was going on in that game. Arch came into all that and still almost, had he had 5 more minutes, I'm convinced that he would have tied that ball game up. You know what I mean? So I definitely think overrated. And I'm gonna pump my brakes on that. I will say this though. There has been a picture that's been going around after Mr. Manning ran in a touchdown, and then he kind of wanted to stand over the Sam Houston State player.
What are we doing? Like,
come on, Arch. Come on, my guy. No, just walk away.
As Barry Sanders always used to say, act like you've been there before.
There it is. Yes.
Just handle your business and move on. And as far as, just to kind of touch on what you said there about we're expecting the teams to put away like a San Jose State or Ohio State to put away in Ohio or Georgia to put away in Austin P. That plays into the theme I've been going all night, where there's the parity and the talent level has really balanced out a lot. I mean, we brought it up last week when we were for the week 3 show, where the number 2 quarterback in the 2023 recruiting class is playing quarterback at UTEP right now. Now, mind you, he hasn't played well enough to necessarily go to where he was at USC. But you've got that kind of talent playing at smaller schools now. So there is a lot of it balancing out and guys looking for playing time, and instead of, let me go play for the big brand now, because you can eventually make your way up to that. So while we're used to top 10 teams massacring these teams and putting them away, that might not necessarily be the norm anymore, because we're not hoarding all the 5 stars at Georgia and Alabama anymore.
Yes.
They're going everywhere. So, and I think it's a great thing for the overall health of college football.
100%. Yep. That talent gap, that talent disparity is getting closer and closer. Now, you're still going to have some of these top teams mollywop some of these other teams, and you still got to show up. You still got to play. But that talent and some of those, like you said, 4 and 5 star guys are now going places that maybe aren't the biggest school, but they're getting the opportunity to get on the field. And these guys can play too. They want to win the game too. So we will see. Shout out to people in the comments. Brian Robinson, one of the hosts, the co-host to Misador, saying Misador smoking the wacky stuff again. And then Colin P saying, what it do, fellas? And good confidence builder for Arch, even though it was Sam Houston. And look, and that's what I will say to your point. Look, at the end of the day, you can't you play who's in front of you, right? And when you have these games that might be considered tune-up games, hey, you just keep getting better. Just keep getting better. And from what we saw when, in the 27 points against UTEP, or the 38 against San Jose State, or, some of the ones that we deem, is he struggling, to do what you're supposed to do, put up 55, your defense is going to come correct. Arch had over 300 yards in the air. Good. That's what you're supposed to do. Now let's move on. Do what you need to do, move on. And, hey, coming into SEC play, let's go. It's time. Put up or shut up.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we can kind of cut the bottom half of that message. We can say, great confidence builder. It doesn't really matter when that game comes. It needed to come at some point.
Yes.
And you'd rather it happen now than halfway through SEC play. So have him feeling himself now, have him feeling good going into SEC play, because you desperately need it, because it is a loaded conference. So, and as we saw, a team like Mississippi State can take out a team that was supposed to be top tier in the Big 12. So, I mean, Vandy took out Bama last year. Now, obviously, Vandy's a lot better than they used to be, but it shows that in these conferences now, there's so many teams that can go toe-to-toe with the elite, where that never used to be the case.
Yeah. And I'm here for it. And stay tuned for us on this Saturday. We're gonna have a segment that it's coming out, and it's called "Are They for Real?" And Mississippi State's gonna be one of those teams that we're gonna talk about, because they're 4-0, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that doubles their win total from a year ago.
I think you're right. Yeah,
I think they only had like 2 wins last year. So hey, watch out. That's going to be something we're going to ask. But look, we need to take a quick breather. I got to shout out my guy, Anton Benton of Awesome Artisans. Does great work, travels up and down the coast. Check this out, and we will be right back. Yeah, buddy, that is my guy, Anton Benton of Awesome Artisans. You can find him on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, it's awesome_artisans. Lives in the Virginia Beach area, 757, but will travel up and down the East Coast and travel to the Midwest. I think he's gone as far as Colorado, maybe even Seattle.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, hey, he'll follow the money. Hey, I'm all with it. I told him, hey, you will never lose women chasing money, but you will always lose money chasing women. So focus on that paper, and the rest will follow. So, welcome back to College Football Update. You see who it is. That's my guy over there, Alex Loosemore. It is your boy, Sean Spencer. We got some people in the chat. Ben Cornett joined us. Talking about I Am Man. Talk about it's hilarious. Oh, the big guy, Rob Montgomery Knight would overreact by throwing a chair at the 50-yard line. Yep. Yes, sir. Shout out to Colin saying, gotta blow him out or you'll get dropped out of the AP. Hey, we saw some of those teams get dropped out, and 100% Alex, he'd agree with you. Thank you guys for joining us on this college football update. We talked a little bit about the AP polls and some overreactions that we might have.